Okay, this is Richard Wishart at Post Expo. I'm here for the week really. I'm moderating a number of sessions, and today's the day off from moderating, so I'm going through the exhibition area. So if you'd like to join me for a little stroll through the exhibition, and what I'll try and do is you'll get an impression of what's here, but you'll also get my take on the issues and things affecting our industry. So put you back on and we'll see how we go. Okay, so starting down at one end of the hall, this is the Hamburg Messe. It's a very large area. I'll take you to this one first. This is an organization called Unmanned Life. So this is about sorting using robots. Fairly easy to set up. It's really part of the autonomy that should be coming. I think you'll see as I show you other parts of the exhibition why there's a lot of catching up to be done. But so this is Unmanned Life, and they came here last year as a startup, and they've been supported by a couple of the posts, and they've moved their concept on, so it's still not in operational, but very close to. So this is I think one of the most interesting, but not production systems here. And then as we move down through the hall, but there are lots of. What's interesting this year is there's a lot of smaller delivery vehicles. Some sort of describe their stuff as autonomous, but it's not really. I think a lot of it is like sort of kidology, and there's a lot of e-bikes. E-bikes is quite a big thing. I'll sort of point out a few of those as we go along. There's also lots of postal companies that I haven't seen before who are doing sort of like lifting and measuring, weighing, and that sort of stuff, and mechanical stuff. There's also research companies like CEP Research and various companies like that. Let's just take a little walk around the back here. So one of the things that I think is quite impressive this year, although it's done more with it's not been done that well, but the purpose is there. So Post Expo has set up a postal innovation platform part of the event where new startups come and can pitch to some of the industry leaders in the sector. And here's Ian Kerr chatting to one of the guys who presented yesterday.
Hello,
this is Ian.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, and this is one of this gentleman presented yesterday at the innovation pitch. And then this gentleman here, who I know from last year, Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing some live streaming from the event on YouTube.
Very good.
So you're here for the second year because I met you last year here.
Third year, at least. Yes.
And how's it going for you?
Yeah, quite well.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
we pitched. We are part of the finalists in the startup.
Okay, and the announcement of that and the prizes is tonight, yes?
Yes, we will see.
Okay.
Tomorrow, actually, we present in the sustainability and city traffic congestion theme.
Cool.
So our concept fits in there quite well as well. And yeah, we're having good conversations here.
Well, I think yours is one of the very disruptive areas where you're talking about smart cities and how this lot integrates with smart cities. And I think that's really important. I think it's been missed by a lot of big players. Mm-hmm. So getting small companies with innovation ideas, getting to the scale companies who have got the money and the power and the influence to implement is. We
are a small company, but we're now teaming up with big partners, big retail partners, like Gesco, a big groceries chain in the Nordics, with MediaMarkt Saturn. You may have seen the press release. So this is our model. We work with them and we grow with them across their retail chains with thousands of stores.
Cool.
And that's going quite well.
Well, best of luck tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers, Frank.
Talk to you again.
Yeah, and you can watch us on live YouTube.
I think that could be a good idea.
Yeah.
So there's a number of other companies here. And it's this year it's a bit unusual because it's such a large conference centre that it does seem quite quiet. It's not like your some of the other conference events that I go to, but here we'll just dip into this guy here. So I'm live streaming on YouTube. So how you doing, Nicholas? So Nicholas is from Man Live, so I did a quick one of the robots. So Nicholas is behind this initiative. What do you think of the conference and the exhibition this year, Nicholas?
Well, it's been great. We've been very busy at our stand and at our demo stand. We see a huge interest in the industry with autonomous solutions, and we have seen also the progress in the acceptance of such a technology as an alternative to traditional sorting solutions. And we see more and more the need for a fully autonomous end-to-end supply chain.
Well, I think I've sort of felt myself that we're over the hump. I think that the Post now realise that they've got to be autonomous for the fourth industrial revolution, and that they've got to replace staff with machines. And that's a big ask. It's a big issue, but it's sort of a recognised standing of that now at this conference.
So we see that there is it's not about replacing, it's about making it better and supporting staff. So we see in our cooperation with Post that staff is happier because they are working in a safer environment, they are walking less. Of course, ultimately, this can evolve to more and more automation, but in the very short term, we are complementing and making an enhanced productivity with these solutions.
Okay, cool, excellent. Well, thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
I'll continue on my tour. Thank you. So just having a go around. If I see anybody that looks interesting. Let's. Excuse me. Hi, I'm Richard. We've met before, Tony.
Yeah, hello, Richard.
So Tony's I'm live streaming. So Tony's the charge of all of this.
I am.
So
22nd year of Post Expo taking place.
So thoughts on this year, Tony?
Actually,
Any big ends or?
fabulous. I mean, this year you can see we've got a lot of companies presenting last mile solutions.
Yes, I've noticed that. There's an awful lot of that.
Got software.
No, we're all right. No, that's all right.
So a lot of last mile solution stuff. A lot of changing technology, and the technology is what drives the opportunities for the post companies. You know, if the technology doesn't exist, well, you can't use it. If you don't know the technology exists, then you won't use it. If you come to Post Expo and you can see what the technology can do, well, then you've got the potential to start utilising it, and for the posts, looking at new business opportunities.
This sort of model with the vehicles, we're almost at autonomy. We're not quite there, but these are machines that could adopt the autonomous model when it comes along. So we're molding the industry towards that.
Yeah, you know, a lot of what's going on with the post community. Well, you know, a lot of the vehicles they're using are quite small, therefore they're not very aggressive. They can travel at very low speeds. So they're not introducing very high speed complexity of autonomous vehicles, but we're creating, if you like, soft, easy integration of autonomous vehicles into a community environment.
And very in an environmental way as well, which is obviously important.
Electric, small, they're friendly. So it's autonomous vehicle introduction, but a very nice passive way of doing things.
Okay, good. Well, thanks, Tony. I'm sorry to grab you like that, but I'm going to try to get to the end of the very long conference, the exhibition area here, and grab a few people to go.
Enjoy.
So thank you.
Thanks.
So I hope you're getting all of this. So a lot of the companies like Ezra, which is about how you do the route planning and that final mile. So this is not just guys on bikes or vehicles, actually now getting very automated, the routes are planned and the efficiency of the planning. Now moving into the So things like roll cages and not just weigh scales, but little robots, lots of robots, and some really big stuff. So expanding conveyor belts, which is quite cool. And as we said, there's a lot of mobility, and there's also there's some quite interesting stuff in terms of the containerization of loads and how you manage that. Very, very popular in Germany. I passed the German parcel post office parcel area or post office. I saw the guy coming out on his e-bike this morning with a little trailer behind and containerized letters. So also here there's a number, and you'll probably see them as we go around. There's quite a lot of drop boxes, and there's quite a lot of drop box automation. It's quite a main theme this year. I've seen a lot more than I've seen before. A lot of containerization, how to improve the efficiency of mail. Now you're probably thinking that this isn't like a big conference you might see in your local city, but this is there's some big buying power at an event like this. So you're not looking for lots of people, you're looking for the right person. So someone might be making a purchase for their whole country. Again, e-bikes and containerization, big theme. I guess it comes out of Germany because Germany is very much that sort of market. But I do think some of the branding maybe are these really, they sort of try and suggest autonomy, but most of them are not quite there yet. The designs are interesting. So this company, Rittel, presented at an event, the startup event yesterday I was at. There's a few stands that don't have much demonstration on it. They're just like corporate presence, but in a way it's quite good at an event like this to have a presence. People, you want to try and find somebody, you know where to get them. I'm going to just try and interrupt here. This is quite rude, really. Hey Marston, can I interrupt? I'm live streaming on YouTube at the moment. So this is Marston. You want to introduce yourself, Marston?
Hey, yeah, I'm Martin. I work for Stamps. Yeah, enjoying the show. Yeah.
So you're now with Stamps.com?
Yeah, I moved a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Excellent. I've known Marston for many years over lots of different companies. He does get about. So how's Stamp.com? What's that like? And what are you sort of majoring on at this event?
Yeah. With Stamps, we're a shipping software company from the US. So we have multiple brands, but we're helping all our merchants to facilitate and accelerate the fulfillment process. Yeah. Good show, couple good meetings. Yeah.
So have you a particular, anything new for the show? What's your show highlight?
I think it's my 8th or 9th Post Expo, so I have to say it's more parcel lockers this year.
There's a lot. I just mentioned that as I was sort of doing this walkthrough.
There's some electric bikes and so on. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I'm glad you've said that because that was my observation.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I hope I haven't interrupted, but thank you very much, Marston. Great to see you.
Richard. Take
Cheers.
care.
Again. It's really good that Marston's been around this industry for some time. He was with Triangle on the research side, and then he went to work with one of the box companies. He's recently moved on to Stamps, so to get his take on what he thought were the themes for this conference and the exhibition was really quite useful, and that they concurred with mine. So a lot of the stands are more to do with, there's some kit on the stand. Some people have gone to a lot of trouble to bring out some of the technologies. Lots of box solutions. Let's just have a wander around here. So there's a lot of, it's hard to evaluate between different box solutions, of course. You have a sort of screen and you've got lockers and things, but you got to talk to the guys and you've got to understand the way they work inside. But more important for me with the fourth industrial revolution, the Internet of Things, in fact this is the Internet of Devices, my interest is how easily these can interface with full IoT systems for a company. So again, bike. So GeoRoute, so a lot of stuff about how you optimize your routes. It's a big cost for posts if they don't get it right. It's also a big customer service no if you're not delivering when you should be delivering. So we live in a very automated and managed and precision world, and the measurement is dead easy these days. I think this is definitely worth seeing. So this is Vanderland, and they're definitely one of the innovators in the industry in terms of sortation. And this has been a theme of quite a few of the presentations that I've been seeing. So this is trying to get the best solution for picking from one container, putting onto a conveyor belt and moving the parcels around. And you saw the ARVs at the very beginning. The issue is how do you then put robots at the edge so that you can fully integrate them with the full process. So quite a few people are they're not experimenting, they're actually working with us now. A lot of the packets that we deal with in the industry are not all of the same size, not all the same shape. A lot of them are small and difficult to handle. And if you're going to automate, you need some very clever AI to recognize the object you're about to pick up, and then some clever technology to actually lift it. So that's the robot from Vanderland. Sorry, just passing by. I was just explaining that I'm Richard.
Hey, Jens.
Yeah, I was just explaining that that's a real big issue, I think. I'm trying to get the sort of themes within the conference, and this seems to be one of the big issues. It's about getting the AI to find the right box in the right way and then lift it from one piece of machinery to another. It's one of the barriers we've had in the industry about full automation.
One thing, if you want to have, let's say, an interview or so.
Sorry?
If you want to have something like an interview or something more or less official.
Well, I might do that, but I'm just really doing a walkthrough at the moment. You want to say anything?
Huh?
Want to say anything?
I must not give interviews.
All right. Oh, sorry. Okay, I didn't understand that. I do apologise.
Pass you over to the.
So who have you got?
Oh, do you want to?
Yeah, that's it. Just very briefly. I mean, it's not a long thing. So this is the way that conferences go. Hiya.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm live streaming on YouTube at the moment.
Okay.
I'm Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Hi. And also, hi there. Hey. Yeah, no. So I'm just sort of walking through and making obs about things that I think are important.
Yep.
And I certainly think the machine learning AI being able to find and pick up a small irregularly shaped packet and then move it from one device onto another is a really important step that we've got to take as an industry towards full automation.
Yeah.
I've seen your technology across it, and I know that Vanderland are quite a leading player.
Exactly.
What's your sort of thoughts? Is that one of the big issues, I think, for you, or is it?
Well, it's not about a revolution, but it's an evolution.
Yeah.
And there's a need for bringing robotics and AGVs into our world.
Yeah.
This is a study model. It's based on products we already delivered to the warehouse environment and the airport business. But we now have shown that we are a step ahead of what's already possible.
Cool.
And we like to have this robot to be part of the discussion with our customers.
Excellent.
What's needed. Yeah.
Good, that's really good.
Okay.
So can you just say your name again, company, just for?
Yeah, Rob van der Lande Industries.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate that.
Welcome, Richard.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
So that's, as I say, that's the way to do it. There's a lot of, as you walk around these sort of stands, I mean, it's the same for any big exhibition. They have guardians on the stands who sort of like the barrier to the customer, but you need to get to see, at any stand, you don't want to see the guy who's just standing at the front, you want to actually get to the decision maker behind. So again, some box solutions here. And now this is normally quite good, these guys here. So this is Bosistic, and they tend to specialize in the there's lettuce sortation, there's parcel sortation, packet sortation. Not seeing too much lettuce sortation here today, but Bosistic are very good on the packets, which are actually pretty difficult to deal with. So you got cans of peanuts and mint, and you've got to be able to scan these as they go around and sort them. So it's no easy task. So optical character recognition or recognition is important, and the full integration about what's happening on the platform is important. So let's move on. We could probably come back. So I hope you're getting an idea of the scale. Another locker company. I think it's really difficult. How do you differentiate your lockers at an event like this? So I will just do a quick detour out here. I hope you're finding this interesting. So again, autonomous vehicles, small delivery vehicles, eco-friendly, moving towards autonomy, but I guess most of them are not really there yet, but working to get there. And then the event has which I think is quite interesting, is we might get a bit of a glare from the sun as we move out here, but this is the testing area, so we can actually go for a ride. Here we go. So there's a whole lineup. I can zoom in on this. That's good. So there's an AGV setting off, fully autonomous. You see the bikes across the other side are the smaller vehicles. But you can see for yourself that this now is quite a big issue. And then you have the ability to do a test ride. If you've got insurance, I guess.
No. The range is when you push one time, and then you can go out for
Anyway, there we go. So a bit of sunshine and fresh air, and then dive back into the exhibition. It really is quite a mixed bag, but there's definitely, as you go around it, there's definitely themes that you can pick up. And you can also see the people that, what's actually more important is the people that are not here this year. I think this is according to Post Expo, this is one of the biggest that they've ever had. But I think it's becoming a bit more fragmented. So this is the sort of thing that we're looking at. And locker boxes. So it seems to be locker boxes and local delivery. So this is, hiya, I'm live YouTube streaming.
Yeah.
So I'm just walking the hall, trying to pick up trends that are happening. So there's an awful lot of locker boxes here this year. How do one differentiate between the different locker box solutions that are on offer?
I mean, you probably have experience with like a DHL box stations to say.
Yes.
And then we don't need any internet and then no electric construction. That's the differentiation.
Okay.
Because it works with free of AA batteries.
Yes.
And then it holds like a year.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, thank you for that. Sorry to sort of burst in on you like that. And whereabouts are you from?
I'm South Korea.
South Korea. There's a lot of South Korean companies here.
I saw that here and then I was also surprised.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. So, oh, we're moving through the hall, but we're only actually at the second one. Oh, these guys will be good. Oh. So what do you call a bunch of consultants? Hi, Graham.
How you doing?
I'm live streaming on YouTube.
Excellent. Hi, Richard.
Hi,
Nice to meet
Jacob.
you.
Are you well?
The whole of YouTube.
Yeah, you're live on YouTube. You're celebrities. And
the book is live on YouTube.
the book is live on YouTube,
With a special chapter by Richard
of course. And
and
no,
Jacob.
and you pulled the whole thing together.
Exactly.
I think it's absolutely brilliant that we've got this exploring new frontiers, and it's a big issue, isn't it? It's actually trying to move forward from where we were to where we've got to
About how
go.
the industry is having to change to all the things that are going on around it.
So, the book. Do you want to show me just the back of the book?
Yeah.
The bit.
Yeah.
That one.
Also bullet points of the topics,
Yeah. Okay. So there we go.
which is all the main business at the moment.
Fantastic digital marketing, guys.
Reshaping the post industry.
Yeah. See you later. Bye. Okay. Hope you're finding this interesting. I'm meeting quite a lot of people that I know, which I think is fantastic. I was talking about sorting machines. Well, just to give you the concept of the purchasing power of this event, this is a letter sorting machine. You normally don't see these, big machinery. This must have taken a couple of weeks to install. It would probably take a couple of weeks to deinstall and get working, and of course it's got to work it's working live in an exhibition area. So you can imagine the spend that actually takes place at this type of event. So it's not large numbers of people, but just looking around, if one of these guys is a buyer for a big post and they're doing a new purchase of all their letter machines for the country, that's a big buy. So again, more boxes, and electronic access solutions are actually quite important as well now. I'll try and drop in on a company I'm speaking to this morning that can give you a bit of a flavour about what they've been doing. And of course, all of this technology is all sort of Internet of Machines at the edge. The real critical bit is in the bit in the middle where you actually design and operate your enterprise. So there's a few companies here talking about that, but of course it's quite hard to describe on a stand. We have Korean companies, and I was doing the drone event. This is a big drone. This is a big drone. Hiya, I'm live streaming on YouTube. Sorry. No. You want? Oh, right. Okay. Well, that didn't last very long. That was quite an interesting reaction. No, but you have the drone here. This is big, and I'm a drone pilot, and I have a permission for 7 kilo. This is way above 7 kilo. So I don't know what the regulations are like in Korea. So again, smart box. And there's a big Korean contingent. There always is here, so it must be to sell their product. So it's a big event, guys. I think you can probably pick that up. Lockheed Martin, another big player in the industry. Hi guys, can I interrupt again? I'm live streaming on YouTube, so like you, I think we're the only two people that are doing it. So I've been walking down through the hall trying to pick up trends and everything. Do you want to just tell me who you are and what you're doing here for the audience?
Sure. So we're from Pastir, and we basically enable light electric vehicles for the last mile delivery.
Okay,
So we enable them to move more efficiently and quicker through the streets,
okay.
and safer as well.
All right, so let's have a look.
Yeah. So here we have the system. That's the brain on the vehicle. It has a GPS inside. It has internet connection inside. It can operate 3 locks, and it has a wireless key. So basically, all the driver has to do is he needs to approach the vehicle and press buttons. You can open up to 3 locks and the power supply.
Okay, cool.
And then you get a nice route where you also see where the vehicle was locked and unlocked.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think this is, well, we spoke earlier, I think this is a fantastic concept, and I think it's got a lot of mileage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Okay. So, there's that man again. Okay. So let's just wander around here. So, again, boxes, conveyor belts. You know, you don't come and install something like this at an event like this if there's not some purchasing going on. I don't think we actually see the money, the amount of money that's done, but it's obviously clearly big business, another box. And what I'll do is, let's just go down here. I think there's let's just try and find somebody. I've got my, so thanks for bearing with me on this. Just got an idea that there's lots of different players talking about. I want to try and give you an insight on the box issue. The problem with this sort of event is, of course, that you can never find the people that you're looking for. Well, maybe I'm running out on this one. At this sort of event, you're only lucky to bump into the right people once. You can't always rearrange it to happen. So I think maybe if we called it a wrap, but let's just. Okay, so Richard Wisher, I've given you a quick tour of the whole exhibition area. I hope you found it useful. Please give me some feedback. I'm here for another day, so I might try and just do another walkthrough, another walk by. Okay, so anyway, good. Thank you very much for your time, and goodbye from Hamburg.